Hello everybody, Forrest Matis here. Today with another project, some really new, brand new, not only brand but material. This is made by company Tactile. This is Osprey, they're Osprey, so many Ospreys these days. Tactile company, it came in this roundish box. It was just the very first time, roundish box. Nothing else in it, as I remember. Just this one, and there's plenty of new things on this knife. Firstly, I like it, this design, very. And I give you a question before I start with all these guys. If you are a bit knife nerds as I am, probably, if you see this blade design, just forget about the handle, just like that, the blade design, where we have seen this blade shape. 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Emerson, guys. Emerson. This one. This guy. Have you seen this one before? I guess yes. Even with the size, I mean the blade length and everything. This is the Vindicator. Interesting is I was looking for some information about blade designer, and I haven't found it. If it's Emerson, then of course it's Emerson. This, by the way, this Osprey designed by Brian Brown, as they said here. Okay, so that's why I was looking on that, because these blades are incredibly similar. But there is one important thing. Okay, the Osprey, I guess, is slightly longer, or a bit longer on the blade, just a hair. There's a little bit more curvature of that kind of, let's say, harpoon style, like here, but that's minor. But here, only details shows, you see this recurve here is made or is done only on the real edge, because this spine on that saber grind is generally straight, but on the Vindicator there is grind not only on the edge, but here on the first bevel, let's say. So here it is. So I've tried to look, I have tried to find the name of the designer, if that was Emerson itself. Okay, but this knife is very comparable. When you put really these knives to each other, they're very similar. I don't know, maybe coincidence. Okay, anyway, Tactile Osprey, made of Magna Cut steel, guys. See that? Magna Cut steel, and we got on the other side Tactile. I'm sorry guys, Tactile. And of course the Magna Cut should be like this one. Sorry, Magna Cut. They said 63 to 64 HRC, so we got all details here, those measurements. So you might see it here, but I give you those details again, include some interesting things, and of course with the metric system, as I do normally. Magna Cut steel. What's interesting is, when I'm talking about materials, this is also something new. This is how to say, called Richlite. The handle is the Richlite material, so it's another paper, let's say technical paper composite, some kind of like G10 or micarta, more close to micarta. Touchy, nice. What I found about this material, it's very tough. It should be very tough and very comparable to the others. And I guess I saw this material for very first time on new bucks, on that Magna Cut Hunters. I don't know what the name. There were three small, bigger, and even bigger knives with Magna Cut steel, and this they got the G10. Oh, sorry, with the G10 they got the Magna Cut and S35VN. Two models, two different colors with material of Richlite. I'm pretty sure about that, not 100%, but pretty sure about that. So that's for very first time I have heard about that material, and now I got it here. For the touch, there is some texture on it. I hope you see that. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice, I have to say. So that's something new again. So MagnaCut, this rich light, and what I've heard, because there I haven't found any information about this one. This should be Voltaron, not Kydex. To be honest, I'm not that sure. Maybe it is. The Voltaron is generally very close to the Kydex, but my experiences and the technicals say that you should, or you could work with 160 to 200 degrees when you're forming that. My experience says, because I've made already Voltaron, this is definitely Voltaron sheet for that. That's what I've made today. It's a bit loose, but not that loose that it will go off. You really have to pull, and it's because I kept more layers when I try to cover the blade. I don't want to scratch it because when you work with that, so I add more layers for that because I don't care about it. I like it. I don't care. This is not any tactical. So it sits there pretty perfectly. So it's no any problem that it's gonna lose. Absolutely no way. But it loses in there. So there's slightly movement here and more to that side. Not that way, but this way. Just a little bit. So it's a bit loose. I can tie it up if I want, but to be honest, I don't need it. If I want something more, let's say, tactical, then this one should be right. But this is for normal carry, because when it's free, so if there is any dirt or something, even there is a drainage hole, so everything falls down. So I'm all right. I will keep it like this way. I expected that, but a bit less than this one, to be honest. But then I said, okay, it's absolutely fine. So this is my sheath. This is the original. By the way, they are exactly the same, guys. Exactly same on 1 gram with this. Okay. Firstly, as I said, something unusual. So if that will be Voltaron, that's okay. Something new. There was a attaching system which I've changed. I had this kind of aftermarket kind of tech lock. There was this one, this kind of cross, I would say. It was like this one. It was like this one. So I said, first time I said, okay, what for? Then I said, oh, nah, she should be all right. But then I realized I don't want it. That's why I took it out. Why? You see there are these rubber rolls, how would say that, are pretty big, which is all right because you want to keep it. You want to keep the distance between the belt and, of course, this one side. This is probably Kydex. It seems to be like Kydex, this one. So it should be all right. But what I realized when I tried to attach it to my belt, which is standard belt, like Urban leather, about 2 inches or 1.75 of an inch, about 3 millimeters, so I don't know, 1.22 something on thickness, leather belt. So no tactical, standard belt sheet. So it's a standard belt for Urban, for normal life, I would say. And I wasn't able to stick it through normal standard belt. No, nothing. Even there were no any steel or metal things like, on the start of the belt. So that's it. Okay. So I had to lose those screws. So I took it off. I loosened that screws. Then I put it on my belt. Then I had to tie it up, of course, and then it works perfectly. But this is no way why we want this one. Because if you won't take it off, you have to again lose the screws and pull the belt off, take the knife off, and that's I don't know. It's light, so if you want to attach it like forever or for a long time somewhere, and you want to keep it there, then it's absolutely right. But if you want to change it, 1 pound, 2 pounds, to sometimes put it into your backpack somewhere, because urban leather, then you go out, you want to put it on your back. So simply you need to move, which is mostly for us. I'm not sure if this one is the best choice. So that's why I've changed. So this one, I found these holes were really made for these, let's say, big tech locks. I would say some kind of, as I said, aftermarket. I guess it wasn't exactly for this T-clip, which I use normally. It's a little bit shorter, a bit lighter, so that's why it is here on this one. And I made it this one like this one because I want to have it like this. But I guess I could, if I remember, there was some. Oh yeah, I know that. So there was no problem. There was not problem with those holes. They were the same, but the problem is when you've got this thickness here. You know, when this one opens, then here you see this line. I don't know how you say that in English, but there is a space here. So when you open that, you got this one, and it doesn't matter about this. When you add the T-clip, there is not such hole here. See, this is full, so you can't open it. That's why I've used that. I've changed that. That's why this one is alright for that. That one not. Even this is longer and bit heavier. But anyway, something new, something special of that. Otherwise, the sheath is great. There is nothing, no rattle. It sits absolutely perfect. As I said, the holes are pre-made for these Taclocks kind, and there is something really new I haven't seen up to this one. See this forms here, this one, and of course from the other side too. You might see the contouring. This one, and it is of course on the other side. So they try to secure the knife is there with some kind of hot something. I don't know. They just use like pliers to just squeeze it and let it cool, and then you got even more. You see that there, secure the knife in it, which is really nice. I haven't seen that before. That's something. On the other hand, this one, see how wide it is that. So if I want to, okay, I'll try to stop it. Now when it opens, now there's no way this one fall off. This is very light knife, so anyway, it should be like this one. So it's alright like this one. Something else with the bolt iron. If this is bolt iron, that it's definitely thinner. You might see it here. 2 layers here, 2 layers here. This one. Yeah, this one. So this is definitely, as a material, 1.5 millimeter thicker. When I tried, I took my caliper and squeezed it, and this is 5.5. So I got it here. So when I squeeze it here, 6.6. So sorry. So now I'm on the rivet. 5.5. When I squeeze it, 5.4, and I squeeze it. If I lose it, it's 6.1 millimeter. Hope you see that. But on this one, I'll take this 4.2. If I squeeze it, even 4.1. When I lose it, it's 4.6. So definitely 1.5 millimeter of thickness. So there is more material, so it was hard to mold it out. So anyway, great sheath, what I said, but the mounting was not alright. Finally, go to knife itself. Nice EDC, as I said. The weight of the knife is 126 grams or 4.5 ounces. Weight of the sheath, but like that, is 109 grams. Overall 236 grams, or it was 3.8 grams. Ounces with this kind of Taclock. Overall 8.3 ounces. So I will highly recommend to do this one. If you let this one on it, this is about half weight. I put it on the scale just 10 minutes before, and it is about half weight of that T-clip. So why? Of course, because there is just like, let's say, one side and there is no the other one. So that's why it's about half weight. So I wrote it here. T-clip weighs 48 grams and the original 31 grams. So T-clip with the hardware. This one, as you see, include the hardware, weighs 31 grams or 1.1 ounce. This one. So then you add the sheath, which was, as I said, 3.8. 3.8. So 4.9 was the original. 4.9 ounces was the original weight of the sheath, if that matters. Okay, the mine weighs 62 grams, but doesn't matter about that. So we got a weight. Anyway, overall package, as I said, original is 8.9, as I said, something like that, 8.9 ounces, just like that. About with this, sorry about those bit grams. But we've got a saber grind, as we saw, Magna Cut. What is important, you might see here, 6364 HRC. That's another thing quite new for me. I don't have any knife in that harness. It came pretty sharp. That's very nice. What we've got here, bottom ridge light. So just those details. It's made in the USA. I don't know if you say that. Crafted in Dallas, Texas. Nice. So we've got this. Go back finally to the knife. Blade length 10.2 centimeters or 3.94. And the blade length I counted to this very tip of the handle here when this ridge light material ends, to the very tip, of course. We got cutting edge, real edge. They said it's 3.7. They said on the box 3.7. I found 3.75. So it's from the sharpening choil to the very tip, 3.75 or 9.54 centimeters, so 95 millimeters and half about. So nice, almost 10 centimeters of cutting edge. That's nice. That's what I like. Overall length 20.65 centimeters or 8.3, that's what they've said. I found this one 21 centimeters, 21.0. That was interesting, from the very tip to the very tip of this one of the handle. 21 centimeters exactly. Okay, 8.3 inches, as I said. Interesting could be for us that the handle, especially where we can grab the knife. So I started somewhere here and I ended here on this spot, and that was 9.7 centimeters or 3.81. So you might see here I got nice, let's say 7 millimeters of space here. So for somebody with slightly longer, bigger hand, it will be still all right. But it's very important to say the thickness here is about 0.6 of an inch here on this widest spot. You see the contouring, see how rounded, kind of rounded. It's not rounded exactly, but kind of rounded it is. It sits there perfectly. It's slightly thin in the hand. It's very important. I guess the one from the goal they went was that keep it in low profile. So really that this is about 3 centimeters. That was 1 inch, 1.2 inches, something like that. This on this spot. So not that wide, but it's all right. It's about 3 centimeters. That's all right. I haven't checked. Sorry. The blade thickness, which is 40 millimeters for 0.15 of an inch. That's what they said on the box. So that's the thickness. But with the saber grind or the recurve that it came, I used the knife already, and it shaves. I feel that. I don't see that, but I feel that it shaves still. I've used that already. How sharp is that? Still nicely. There will be a test for it, of course, but just nice. I got some kind of plastic here. Nice. Nice and easy. So just some comparing with size. This this is a bit funny comparison, but okay. I haven't done the test for it, but it will be soon. The Medford Mizuchi, so very comparable blade knife by size, as you might see, not by weight, and of course not by thickness, and generally not by everything. Only CPM 20V steel. This is very hard steel, very high quality, and Magna Cut. So these are very high-end steels. That was kind of like a, let's say, EDC brothers, but this is for the serious tasks. It's a quarter of an inch, and this is really the slicer. Okay, something else to compare. As I said again, the Vindicator Emerson. See the handle of the Vindicator. The Vindicator, when you grab it here, it's much comfortable. Let's be honest with that. The belly here is nice for grip. This one is all right, especially when you hold it in this way with the jimping here, which seems to me is a little bit aggressive. To be honest, on the Mizuchi we've got some too. There are some corners, but we got just 3 waves, I would say. This is more thumb friendly, and this is a bit more aggressive, I would say, but you know, it's not any problem. It's really nice to hold it in this way, but when I press it here, so I press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, see my thumb, so you see those lines. That's the jimping. As I said, it's all right. It's not some kind of it bothers me a lot. The jimping on the other side is absolutely right. I have no any issue with that. So for that, when you squeeze it, a little bit disappear in hand. Not that much. I know worse. They're even knives without any handle scales with any. It could be wrapped by any lashing or cordage, or even without. So that will be even worse. Those knives exist, of course. This is much better, but there is not that much material. Anyway, another comparison could be Spyderco Manix too, just blade length wise, very close if we are talking about real, from here to the very tip, and of course from the here to the very tip. Of course the handle is much longer, about 1 inch on the Manix as it is normally, and I got just for rough, because not very notorious known knife, Lion Steel M5, because it's on the market, you can buy it here, so it's it's for me very good knife. Just you see that size comparison, just for you to know how tiny, I would say, compared to the Lion Steel that Osprey is. But this is different knife, this is different, so this is like belt knife, field knife, something like that. This is standard. And just for that I want to say that Osprey is not as tiny as it might look. There is a Victorinox Farmer X. So now you see another notorious, especially sidewise. Many people simply know this size of the Victorinoxes. So you might see this is really well, the thickness. Okay, so that was what I want to say. In general feeling about that Osprey made by Tactile, made in USA, designed by Brian Brown, and crafted in Dallas, Texas. It's really nice. I EDC the knife now. I try to go used to, especially with the other sheath. I like it because I can swap. I can keep one, or let's say one trousers, and take take this one to another ones, and this is really great. Nice handling, nice feel, nice working, very sharp. I don't know that I have no experience with the Magna Cut and 63, 64 HRC. As I said, I haven't had I haven't had any knives like that with that hardness, so I don't know how easy it will be to resharpen it, but I guess this one stays sharp for quite a long time, but I guess I will do it without any big issues. So Osprey Tactile company, I am happy with that. The price, I haven't said the price. The price was about $250-$60. There is the rate of exchange and these things, but about that's what I've paid, about $260, about that, maybe a bit more, but that's standard reasonable price. But as I said, new materials, new company, everything, and beautiful knife. That's what I like it. When I saw this knife for the very first time, there is no, by the way, many videos on YouTube, I guess 2 what I found, and this is really nice knife, nice to have it in hand, nice work and everything. So you feel that you can rely on it because the thickness it promises to be great, like EDC for slicing, cutting, even for self-defense if needed. It can withstand some light abusing. I don't know, because I'm not used to it in the Magna Cut, so I don't know how tough it really is. By the way, what I haven't said is 0.6 behind the edge, important thing. So that's why this is starting to be very slicer for me. So nice thin grinding there. So of course could be fragile, but I guess the Magna Cut and everything, this one should be a nice knife design. I guess I'm glad for that. Thank you very much. Have a great time. Bye.